Welcome back to Mobility Now. There are many successful programs that help commuters save time and money. The Gulf Coast Center Connect Transit has helped thousands of employees get to work faster while helping clean the air. My guest is now James Hollis, Transportation Director at Connect Transit. James, welcome to Mobility Now.
Thank you very much, Shelley. Glad to be here.
James, you've got one of the more successful of our pilot transit programs that have been funded through our federal highway dollars. And I wonder if you could give me just kind of a brief overview of the services that your agency is operating.
Well, you know, we provide a variety of services. We provide 12 fixed routes in 11 cities. We serve both Galveston and Brazoria County public transit. We have 2 park and rides, one in Texas City, Mall of the Mainland Park and Ride, and we have the newer park and ride at Victory Lakes in League City. And we have door-to-door demand response service. We contract with several cab companies to provide cab service in Galveston County. We also provide cab service in Friendswood, League City, and Pearland, utilizing JARC and New Freedom funding. And we have veterans programs. We take veterans from both counties up to the VA hospital every day, and we do local veteran trips.
Got a lot on your plate there. Connect Transit recently acquired some new transit vehicles to help with the excess demand, because from what I understand, you actually had folks, it was standing room only, and then we're still leaving people at the park and ride lots. Can you tell me a little bit about those buses at the Victory Lakes Park and Ride service?
I sure can. Those are great buses. You're right. We had standing room only in some of the AM and PM runs, and 40 minutes is a pretty long time to stand up from Galveston to League City or back. And so we acquired some new flyer buses. They're 40-foot, 40-passenger, ultra-low sulfur diesel, low floor. They accommodate 2 wheelchairs, and they have some new features like touchless doors. You don't have to even touch the doors. They automatically open. And they're great buses. We just started putting them in service last week, and we still filled the bus up, but we didn't have any people standing last week, so that was great for us.
That is great. And why do you think you have such strong ridership at these services?
I think there's a number of reasons. I think we have a good location there in League City. Most of the passengers, probably 90% of them, are University of Texas medical branch employees, and it's really a great deal for them because, one, they don't have to pay for parking in Galveston by riding the bus. Plus, the fares are reasonable at $3 each way, and UTMB employees ride for half fare. UTMB pays the balance of that. We bill them for that. So they ride $3 round trip currently to the island and back. And the facility is very nice. The buses are nice. They have Wi-Fi. So there's a lot of reasons for them to ride, and we get really positive feedback on the service.
Do you think that you would have as much participation if it wasn't for this good contribution from the UTMB system?
No, they're great partners. I think it would hurt us a little bit. I think some people might drive, you know, and of course gas has dropped recently, but we haven't seen our ridership decline. So I think the discounted fares that UTMB employees get is a great deal for them and does contribute to the success, not to mention some of the local match that UTMB pays for the service. They're truly our partners, along with Island Transit and the City of League City.
That's great. That's great. I think that's what it's going to take for these smaller agencies throughout our region to be able to operate there. It's not a cheap expense to incur, and it's going to take a lot of contributions from many different sources to make it manageable. As the Victory Lakes Park and Ride service becomes more popular, how do you plan to address this need?
That's always a challenge for us. We're going to have a new schedule that's going to start probably in February. We're going to add some runs. We're in the process of signing a contract with H-GAC to pay for expanded service, and I think that's going to happen, and that'll allow us to add 2 runs in the morning, 2 runs in the evening. That will also help with overcrowding. I think we'll attract some more passengers, and we're really looking forward to working out a deal with Houston Metro to go northbound into downtown Houston and connect with Houston Metro. And once we can do that, that means people, I get the calls all the time, can go from the island all the way into Houston on a bus and then make connections with Houston Metro.
Wow. In 5 years, what do you see Connect Transit's greatest opportunities for future expansion?
We have a number of projects we're working on right now. I'm very excited about it. I think 5 years, hopefully they'll all be in place. One is the Kemah Intermodal Transit Terminal we're working on. If you've been over the bridge there at Kemah, you know how bad the traffic is. I live right down the street in League City from there, and it's a challenge. Of course, TxDOT's adding another span to the bridge, which is going to help. But we've been doing some stuff for Kemah for a while, and what we're going to have is a 3-level parking garage there. In Kemah, we'll provide rubber wheel trolleys for them, which will really fit into the theme of Kemah. And City Hall will move into the 3rd floor of the facility. They are able to acquire some federal funding by doing that to build a shell. And the other big project we're working on is to move the Texas City Park and Ride that we call Mall of the Mainland. We're looking to move that over in Texas City off 146, which is an evacuation route, so I think it'd be good for that. Mayor Doyle of Texas City has put up 8 acres, 40-year lease to use as local match, and we're going to build a new park and ride there, and we're also going to build a new administrative facility for Connect, because we're busting at the seams. We've grown so much in recent years that we don't have enough room to park all of our buses. So we're excited about having a park and ride in Texas City, a new one, and a new administration building.
That's great.
So those are some big projects for us.
So you operate in Galveston?
You know, we don't. We operate in all of Galveston County and Brazoria, with the exception of Galveston Island. Island Transit gets state and federal funding to do that, but there are partners in the service. We have a number of interlocal agreements with the city of Galveston. Namely, they provide the buses and the drivers for both our park and rides. So we do a lot with them, and we're allowed to take people down to the island and bring them back, like to UTMB, to the clinics. We're not allowed to pick up people on the island and take them back home, as that's Island Transit. They get federal funding, state funding to do that.
And what about Brazoria County?
We have all of Brazoria County. We have 5 fixed routes in the city of Lake Jackson, Angleton, Freeport, and Clute. We started that service June 1st, 2010. That service continues to grow. We need larger buses. It's been so successful. So we're doing quite a bit in Brazoria County. We'd like to do more in Alvin to Pearland area. We've been working on that.
James, thanks so much for coming today. I'd like to thank my guests, Jonathan Brooks from TTI, Jerome Gray from Metro, and James Hollis from Connect Transit for participating in Mobility Now. I'm Shelley Whitworth, H-GAC's Program Manager for the Houston-Galveston Area Council Transportation Department. Thanks for watching Mobility Now.